provided by Thomas Allgeier and Franis, based on the most relevant LinkedIn posts about channel marketing and partner ecosystem in calendar weeks 31 and 32. Franis is a B2B market research company that supports enterprise marketing teams in unlocking the full potential of their customer data with the help of AI. You can find more info in the description.
Yeah, so welcome to this deep dive. Imagine for a second realizing that 96% of your revenue relies on external partners, right? But the systems you've actually built make it so miserable for them to sell your product that like 60% of your marketing budget just goes completely untouched.
Which is just, that's an insane bottleneck to have.
Right, it's totally broken.
Yeah.
So today we're looking at why the B2B channel is fundamentally breaking down and, how top-tier marketing professionals are completely rewiring their partner ecosystems to fix it. We've got a lot of top trends from across LinkedIn to unpack here.
Yeah, we are definitely going to unpack some major structural shifts today. Because looking at the data from these 2 weeks, there's this massive, unmistakable pivot happening.
Oh, for sure.
It's like the whole industry just woke up and decided that, vanity metrics are a huge liability. We are moving away from simply counting relationships, like bragging about how many partners you've signed, and pivoting hard toward demanding absolute proof of what those relationships actually produce.
It's a completely necessary correction, honestly. We are seeing strategy, marketplaces, marketing funds, and AI. They're all sort of converging on this idea of proving tangible transactional value.
Right. The hard proof.
Exactly. The days of signing a partner, slapping their logo on your website, and, just calling it a win those days are officially over.
Which actually brings up this really fantastic point from a ServiceNow channel veteran we reviewed in the sources. They pointed out that this whole partners signed metric is rapidly giving way to partners activated.
Yeah, that was a great post.
They basically drew a line in the sand and said, look, a partner isn't actually real until they have transacted.
It's a harsh reality, but it's an accurate one.
Yeah.
And there was another 25-year channel veteran who echoed this perfectly.
Oh, right, about the attach rate.
Yes, exactly. They argued that if they were forced to choose just one metric, like just one, to evaluate a program, they wouldn't choose partner-sourced revenue. And they definitely wouldn't choose total partner count. They would absolutely choose the attach rate.
Right, which makes a lot of sense if you think about it like a car dealership.
Okay, yeah, tracking with you.
So counting your partners signed is basically just counting how many people walk through the front doors and, browse the lot.
Right.
It feels good, it looks really busy, but foot traffic doesn't actually pay the bills. The attach rate is knowing exactly how many of those browsers sit down, buy a car, and then add on the premium stereo, the extended warranty, the maintenance package.
Yeah, exactly. It's measuring the actual integrated value that's being generated there.
Right.
And to push that dealership analogy even further, the old way of channel marketing was basically paying for the dealership's billboard and just hoping for the best.
Just throwing money at awareness.
Yeah, right. But the new way is paying the salesperson a premium only when the customer drives the car off the lot with all those specific add-ons.
That makes total sense.
And we are seeing companies engineer their entire operational strategies around that kind of rigorous value creation. For example, there's a training platform mentioned in the post that developed a partner lifetime value model, or PLV.
Okay.
And across their network of, I think it was over 300 partners in 90-plus countries, they are explicitly targeting $10 in partner revenue for every $1 the platform itself earns.
Wait, 10 to 1?
Yep, 10 to 1.
That is a massive multiplier to explicitly target. What does that actually look like in practice for a software company?
Well, it reflects the broader physics of the market right now. The data shows that every single dollar of cloud technology sold today pulls roughly $7 in wraparound services revenue.
Wow, 7 times the initial sale.
Right, because as reseller margins on the actual, software licenses compress, the money just shifts. The profit isn't in the initial sale of a cloud environment anymore.
It's in all the other stuff.
Exactly. It's in the data migration, the change management, building custom API integrations, and all the managed services attached to it.
So if a program isn't capturing that 7 to 1 or 10 to 1 multiplier, it just stalls out. Which reminds me that there's this phenomenon highlighted in the discussions called the $50 million plateau.
Oh, yeah, the brick wall.
Right, where partner programs just hit a brick wall at 50 mil.
Yeah.
What is actually breaking mechanically at that level?
So when these programs hit that 50 million ceiling, there are 5 very specific culprits. And it's almost never about a lack of partner effort.
Okay, so what are they?
It's attribution breakdown, non-scaling enablement, ecosystem concentration, incentive drift, and internal politics.
Wait, hold on. Let's unpack a couple of those. Because they sound like great buzzwords, but I know they absolutely destroy programs. What does an attribution breakdown actually look like when you're at 50 million?
It's basically like trying to split a restaurant check between 50 people when no one remembers what they ordered and like half the people already left.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare.
It is. You have a direct sales rep, a sourcing partner, an integration partner, and a cloud marketplace, all claiming that they were the one who drove the deal.
Right.
The accounting takes longer than the actual sales motion, and eventually partners just stop selling your product because getting paid is way too much of a headache.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then ecosystem concentration just means your 80-20 rule has become like a 955 rule, right?
What's that?
You're relying almost entirely on just a handful of top performers, so your risk is incredibly concentrated.
Yes. And then you add in internal politics, which usually means your direct sales team is actively fighting your channel partners over the exact same commission.
Oh, so it's a completely toxic cocktail.
A very toxic cocktail. Plus, you have major market shifts complicating the whole landscape. Look at Broadcom's ongoing VMware partner consolidation.
Yeah, that was a big topic in the sources.
It is, because that move is actively pushing customers away from their traditional setups and toward alternatives like OpenCloud, ReliCloud, and Microsoft Azure. And buying behaviors are deeply entrenched in trust, too, which you just can't bypass.
Yeah.
Take the German Mittelstand buyers, the mid-sized manufacturing and enterprise sector over there.
Right.
They still heavily prefer to route software purchases through a trusted local system house rather than buying direct from some foreign vendor.
Yeah, and a system house being like a local, highly trusted IT integrator. Those German enterprises, they don't want to buy an abstract cloud license from a company in California.
No, of course not.
They want the local IT firm they've trusted for 2 decades to vouch for it and physically install it. You have to partner with that trust architecture.
So if the new rule of the game is the strict attach rates, and you have to avoid that restaurant check nightmare of attribution at all costs, where is the safest place to actually track all of this?
Not on spreadsheets, I'll tell you that.
Definitely not spreadsheets.
Yeah.
Which brings us to this massive migration we're seeing toward hyperscaler marketplaces.
Yes. The hyperscalers, your Microsofts, your AWSs, they are fundamentally rewiring how co-selling works.
It's huge.
The biggest indicator here is Microsoft phasing out self-reported Azure IP co-sell this fiscal year.
Right.
If you are an ISV, an independent software vendor building tech on Azure, Microsoft is moving your qualifying deals strictly through their marketplace.
Okay, so let me stop you there and just play devil's advocate for a second. If Microsoft is forcing all qualifying ISV deals strictly through their marketplace,
right,
doesn't that effectively make them a giant toll booth?
I mean, yeah.
Like they dictate the environment, they control the terms, they take their cut. Is this actually about ecosystem efficiency, or is it just monopolistic control?
It's a completely fair skepticism. And yes, it absolutely centralizes their power. But look at it from the ecosystem's perspective. It is the ultimate cure for that attribution breakdown we were just diagnosing.
Oh, because it's centralized.
Exactly. When a multi-party deal happens inside the Azure marketplace, there is zero ambiguity about who influenced what or who gets paid. It provides a single, immutable source of truth.
That does solve the restaurant check problem.
And they are scaling this really aggressively. Microsoft Marketplace multi-party private offers just expanded to Europe, Australia, Japan, and South Africa.
The sheer gravity of these hyperscaler ecosystems is just staggering to me. Like, take Microsoft's $5 billion investment in Anthropic.
Oh, yeah, that deal.
That wasn't just a friendly check they wrote. That deal came with a massive $30 billion Azure spend commitment from Anthropic, plus a $3.2 billion quarterly equity gain for Microsoft.
It's wild.
They are leveraging their platform to practically guarantee downstream revenue.
And it lifts the margins of the partners who align with that motion, too. Like Commvault's CFO specifically credited these types of hyperscaler agreements for pushing their SaaS gross margin to a staggering 70.6%.
Wait, 70.6%?
Yep, which is up 6.35% year over year.
But how does selling through a marketplace boost your gross margin that much? Wouldn't the marketplace fees eat into the margin?
You'd think so, but it dramatically lowers the customer acquisition cost.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, when you sell through AWS or Azure, the end customer is often just burning down their pre-committed cloud spend anyway. So the sales cycle is way faster, the procurement friction basically disappears, and you aren't spending massive marketing dollars to acquire them in the first place.
So the margins just naturally follow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And AWS is moving the exact same way. Their Partner of the Year submissions, which were due August 14th, by the way, are now being judged entirely on quantified customer outcomes.
Interesting.
Yeah, not on how many certifications a partner's engineering team has completed. Again, vanity metrics are out, hard proof is in. We're even seeing startups like Straker and SolidCore.ai joining AWS startup programs specifically to gain that co-sell alignment and get direct access to the marketplace.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Hey, really quick, before we transition to how companies are actually enabling partners to survive in these cutthroat marketplaces, I want to take a quick second to say, if you are finding this breakdown valuable, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our future deep dives into the B2B landscape.
Yes, definitely hit subscribe.
Yeah.
So, okay, we have the strict transaction metrics, and we have the hyperscaler marketplaces acting as this ultimate source of truth.
Right.
But none of that infrastructure matters if the partners themselves are totally unequipped to sell. And this is where the system seems completely broken.
It is severely broken. Informa, TechTarget, and Sherpa just launched a new partner demand assurance program, and the catalyst for it is a statistic that should honestly be a wake-up call for every channel chief out there.
Oh, I saw this stat in the sources, and I was genuinely baffled by it.
It's crazy.
They found that 96% of IT deals are partner-influenced, yet 60% of MDF market development funds goes totally unspent.
Yeah, 60%.
How is that even mathematically possible? Like, if 96% of your revenue relies on partners, how do you manage to leave 60% of the free marketing money meant for those partners just sitting on the table?
I know, it sounds completely absurd until you map out the modern buyer journey. Partner experience is no longer just, a handshake and a lunch and learn seminar. The analysis highlights that the B2B journey is now measured across 28 distinct buying moments.
Wait, 28. What does a buying moment actually look like in this context?
Think about the modern procurement process. A buyer has to run a security audit, right?
Sure.
They need to spin up a sandbox environment to test the software. They evaluate API documentation. They run compliance checks.
Oh, I see.
So if your legacy MDF process requires a partner to submit, like, paper receipts for a golf outing, but what the partner actually needs is funding to host a highly technical digital security workshop, they just won't use the funds.
So the funds are trapped behind outdated requirements that just don't match how software is actually bought today.
Precisely. The administrative friction of claiming the money totally outweighs the reward. And that friction is why partner experience management is evolving into what's now called revenue channel intelligence.
Revenue channel intelligence.
Yeah, you need dynamic intelligence that directly shapes how MDF is allocated, how partners are tiered, and how rebates are structured based on actual behavior, not legacy templates.
And when it comes to the marketing content partners are given, it really all comes back to trust.
Oh, absolutely.
Partner marketing only builds trust when it demonstrates a genuine understanding of the shared audience. It can't just be a shiny vendor-branded brochure about a joint solution.
Right. Nobody reads those.
Exactly. It has to speak to the end user's actual operational pain points.
And when you remove that friction and actually align the content, the scale you can achieve is incredible. There's a success story we reviewed of a partner marketing function that started with just 5 partners.
Just 5.
Just 5. And by dialing in this exact alignment, they scaled to thousands worldwide. And they now drive 35% of all sourced revenue for the company.
That is wild. But to get those kinds of results, you really have to cultivate a real community. You can't just treat partners like, outsourced lead generators.
No, not at all.
The momentum there is really building, actually. The Partner Marketing Collective just closed its first season, delivering 10 editions with 11 different industry contributors.
And critically, that community building is happening physically, too. It validates the need for genuine human connection.
Yeah.
Like, the Austin Partnerships community recently gathered at Zilker Brewing Company ahead of the Partnership Leaders Catalyst Conference.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and at ChannelCon in San Diego, GTIA was actively positioning itself as an emerging ecosystem orchestrator.
Also at ChannelCon, there was the Women in the Channel Leadership Breakfast, which brought leaders from Barracuda and Ingram together to discuss mentorship and trust.
Love that.
It's a great reminder that even as everything moves toward these highly digitized, hyper-tracked marketplaces, the human element, like the actual trust between two partners, is still the bedrock that makes the tech work.
It is. But that leaves us at a really fascinating crossroads.
How so?
Well, you have this vital human element, right, but you are also dealing with 28 complex digital buying moments, thousands of partners globally, and millions in MDF that needs dynamic routing.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, you simply cannot manage that complexity manually.
Not a chance. You'd need an army of spreadsheet wranglers, and they'd still be way too slow.
Exactly.
Which perfectly leads us into the final piece of this puzzle: ecosystem platforms and AI-native partnerships. Because scaling with AI isn't just a luxury anymore. It is literally the only way to survive this rigorous new environment.
AI is completely mechanizing the enablement process right now. Take Amazon Quick Spaces as a prime example.
Okay.
They had a traditional 40-page partner playbook, and the open rate on it was a dismal 3%.
Ouch. 3%?
I mean, no one wants to read a 40-page PDF to figure out how to sell a product,
Yeah.
so they converted it into an interactive AI interface. Engagement skyrocketed to 67%.
From a 3% open rate to 67% engagement.
Yep.
That's because instead of a static document just sitting in a digital drawer somewhere, it became a conversational problem-solving tool.
Exactly. And the partner platforms themselves are becoming autonomous too. InPartner's autonomous ecosystem platform, which integrates deeply with AWS, Microsoft, and TD SYNX, is reportedly cutting deal close times by an impressive 42%.
42% faster. Think about the mechanics of that reduction.
It's massive.
Instead of a partner spending like 3 days trading emails with a vendor to check distributor inventory, register a deal, and get margin approval, the AI just cross-references the partner's CRM data, TD SYNX's live inventory, and Microsoft's current pricing instantly.
It completely removes the human bottleneck.
And AWS is doing the exact same thing. AWS Partner Central agents are now able to qualify every single co-sell opportunity in real time and immediately route it to the right engagement motion.
We're also seeing major structural alliances forming just to push this forward. Cursor recently launched its first partner program called Benchmark Partners, and they did not start small.
No, they didn't.
The founding members are heavyweights: AWS, Boston Consulting Group, Databricks, McKinsey, NVIDIA, and Snowflake.
It's all about putting the ecosystem data directly inside the AI tools people are already using.
Right.
Like Sugar, for instance. They just became a native connector inside both ChatGPT and Claude.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which means marketplace insights and co-sell data are instantly accessible, right? Where partners are already doing their daily workflow. They don't even have to log into a separate portal.
That's huge. But the strategy has to align with the technology. Boston Consulting Group released research finding that the strongest generative AI returns come specifically when you align your partner strategy with your technology roadmap.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, if your partner team and your product engineering team are siloed, you just lose.
But, as with any really powerful technology, we have to talk about the vulnerabilities here.
Yeah, we do.
Because AI isn't just empowering the good guys. There is a very dark side to this automation boom.
It's a critical warning for anyone managing these programs. AI-built fake publisher sites are now systematically passing standard affiliate vetting checks.
This is a massive risk. Just think about what that actually means. Bad actors are using bots to generate highly realistic-looking tech blogs and review sites.
Yeah, completely fake sites.
And they're specifically designed to capture affiliate cookies and siphon off commission revenue.
Yeah.
If you are a B2B marketer relying blindly on automated vetting processes to approve new partners, you could literally be paying out marketing funds to a bot farm.
It's scary. As we automate trust and verification, the bad actors are just automating deception.
Okay.
And it brings us full circle to why those vanity metrics are so dangerous. If you are only measuring partner signed or clicks generated, these AI fake publishers look like top performers.
Oh, that's such a good point. They look amazing on paper.
But if you demand the attach rate, if you demand actual proof of a transacting customer who physically deploys the software, the bots are instantly exposed. Human oversight and rigorous outcome-based metrics are just more critical than ever.
So we've walked through the death of vanity metrics and the rise of the strict attach rate.
Yep.
We've looked at the absolute dominance of hyperscaler marketplaces curing the attribution breakdown. We've covered the bizarre reality of 60% unspent MDF in a highly influenced market due to outdated friction.
Which is still crazy to me.
Right. And finally, the double-edged sword of AI scaling the whole ecosystem.
The landscape just requires a completely different level of rigor than it did even 2 years ago.
It really does. And it actually leaves me with one final thought for you to mull over today.
Let's hear it.
With absolutely everything moving toward these AI-driven marketplaces, these 28 complex digital buying moments, and highly rigorous transaction-based tracking, what actually happens to the long tail of smaller niche partners?
Oh, that's a great question.
Like the boutique integrators who simply don't have the sophisticated tech stack or the capital to plug into these advanced APIs? Are B2B ecosystems about to become highly gated communities reserved exclusively for the ultra-integrated and the ultra-funded?
That is the pivotal question right now. I mean, the barrier to entry has never been higher, even if the operational rewards for those who cross it are, astronomical.
Definitely something to keep a close eye on as this space evolves. If you enjoyed this episode, new episodes drop every 2 weeks. Also check out our other editions on field marketing, MarTech, AI, and B2B, go-to-market, ABM, and social selling.
Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and we will catch you next time.